Hello Scorpio, and welcome to Dragonfly Soul Tarot, and today we are doing your May monthly tarot energies forecast. And just wanted to ask a question of you to find out whether you think I should bring my monthlies out a little bit earlier. I'm just wary of bringing them out at the same time that everybody else is, and then there's just too much of the same thing out there, so I bring them out a little later, and that way there's still something to watch after after all the other ones have been exhausted. So let me know, what do you think? Should I bring them out earlier? Are they okay on the last week of the previous month? So let me know what you think. Anyways, without further ado, I have shuffled and I'm going to cut the cards, and we are going to get into this month's reading. Let's see what we have. Okay, so this card indicates you, and it is the King of Swords. And what is crossing you is the Hermit. Okay, energies moving off into the past is the Six of Cups. Energies that you are current in is the Death card, otherwise known as Metamorphosis, but I have to say the Death card because that was what it's commonly known by. And what is coming up for you is the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Okay, so how you see yourself, the Knight of Swords. And how others see you is the Six of Swords. And your biggest fear at this time is the Six of Wands. And your biggest hope is the Queen of Wands. And the final outcome is the Moon. Okay, so you are fed up. That's it. You're done with this situation. It is frustrating you, and you are putting it behind you once and for all. This is you as the King of Swords. The King of Swords does not let his heart rule his head. The King of Swords, when he decides to make up his mind and get somebody out of their life, he is ruthless, absolutely ruthless. But what is crossing you is the Hermit. The Hermit is isolation, isolation without end. And this isolation can or may not be productive, in the sense that you can seek answers to what is bothering you by isolating yourself, but it also can be counterproductive, because by shutting out the people who are in your life, you are not able to bounce your ideas off of them and then maybe put this into perspective. Whatever this is, you are definitely handling this with a steely reserve, let me put it that way, which is it unlike you? Possibly, because the cards are bringing it up. They're showing kind of an imbalance in the way that you are handling this situation, whatever it is. And it seems to me like, because there is the Six of Cups here indicating someone from your past, you are actually putting them in your past now, because you are just very, very upset with them. It seems to me like they may have abandoned you, or you feel abandoned by them. And this may be a situation where they're in your life, and then they're out of your life, and then you're in your life, and then you're out of your life, and now you're saying, okay, if you want to be out of my life, then I'm cutting you out. You don't have a choice to come back anymore. And therefore you are dealing with this Hermit energy crossing you, where you don't want to be alone, but you know that for the better good, you need to cut off this energy or situation or person who is not making you very happy. And by not making you very happy, it means that they're not giving you what you need out of this collaboration, okay? So you're getting ripped off in some way, in some sort of emotional sense. And you are feeling abandoned and desolate, and it's like, well, if I have to feel this way anyways, I may as well just be on my own and not have to deal with them coming in and out of my life all the time. Okay, so there are some pretty severe cards here, like the Ten of Swords, and then we have the current energies of the Death card as indication of something finally, maybe not finally, but definitively coming to an end. Okay, so since we have the energy of the past heading into the past, it seems to me like there was this person who kept coming in and out of your life, but now you are definitely not going to continue with this person in your life. You are finally putting the past in the past. And this is you saying once and for all, I am not going to I'm not going to bend any longer. I'm not going to let you hurt me any longer. I'm not going to let you influence me any longer, because I am going to cut you off completely. And these two cards, they do pretty much the same thing. I mean, with pretty much the same energy about cutting off the past. It is definitive. It is with a cool, detached eye that you do this, because you are just releasing yourself from something that is not working out. When the Death card comes out, it is something that is not working out. It is something that is done, finished, and nothing can be salvaged from it. So it all has to go. So there's some good news, though. I mean, you have these wonderful lucky energies coming in the future, and things are going to be slowly turning around, probably around closer to the end of May. You're going to notice that things are going to lighten up. They're going to take a turn for the better. So hang in there. You know, these are very heavy energies, major arcanas, and then we have the moon coming up here. This is all very moody and heavy and deep energies, and kind of all absorbing, you know, like where you can walk around and be absorbed by your problems all day long and not notice that life is happening, and you may be missing out by kind of wallowing. Is there a big abrupt heartache? I don't see that. This seems to be something that's already happened, and this is ongoing, and you're dealing with it. And it's something that you are initiating. So this is not coming as a surprise. This is something that you are saying, I'm done with this. I'm done with you, and I am going to put an end to this and not let you hurt me any longer and come in and out of my life. Okay, just give me 1 second. I'm going to take a sip of coffee. Yummy. Okay, so how you see yourself is the Knight of Swords. Now, with the Knights, there is much movement. Knight's about movement. So this reinforces the definitive action of the Swords courts. And you are going to do it now, and you are going to do it for good. There's not going to be any forgiveness. There's not going to be any leeway with this person or this situation. You are just going to cut it off and be done with it. And see, even in the Knight's card, we have the balance, and then you have found someone. You have balanced all the pros and cons of the situation, and you have made your decision, and you are going ahead with it. And you know it's going to hurt somebody, but you just have to do it. because you need to preserve yourself. If someone is constantly hurting you over and over again, coming into your life and coming out of your life, and making you feel desolate and alone, even though they're there and then they're gone, and you've made up your mind to get them out of your life, you are going to do it and then not look back. So that is what the Knight of Swords is about. You are going to put a swift resolution to this situation, and then you are not looking back. And actually, other people are seeing this about you. They're seeing you move from this tumultuous moodiness. You know, maybe this person was also affecting you badly. I mean, even though they were in your life, their actions made you miserable, and other people saw that. So other people even are noticing that you're moving away from this situation that has made you miserable for so long. And maybe they're thinking, finally, it's about time that they are moving to a happier place, because they have been unhappy for so long. So other people are actually noticing that you have been withdrawn and unhappy and moody, and they're noticing that you are taking steps. And yeah, this is all about taking the first steps in order to preserve yourself, in order to remove this toxic person or toxic situation from your life. And people are starting to notice that you are happier. Your greatest fear is the Six of Wands, and Six of Wands indicates success. Usually through the assistance of others, but if you're fearing success, it means you don't really, I mean, they're on some level you don't really want to let them go. This is just as hard for you to let them go as, I don't know, maybe it would be to deal with them going forever on their own, for leaving forever on their own, you know? Like, this is heart-wrenching for you, but you know you have to pony up, pun intended, and do what you have to do, even though you wish you didn't have to. This is you wishing you didn't have to let this person out of your life, because, you know, and it seems to me like they are either a fire sign or someone with fire sign traits. And because they are coming up as a queen, they are someone whom you really wanted, and someone whom at one point you pursued and you wanted in your life. So these two cards are just telling me that you don't, at the core level, you don't want to do this. You really care about them and you want them in your life, but you have decided that it is irredeemable. It's irredeemable and irreconcilable. Is that how you say that word? Irreconcilable. Because this particular situation or person is just, you finally got to the realization that it's just not fixable. So for now, before you get to this place, though, I mean, you're turning things around, but you're still dealing with a lot of moodiness and sadness and ups and downs emotionally in your life. So you're not out of the woods yet. It may also be affecting you in other parts of your life. Maybe you're not as joyful and outgoing as you were before you decided to make this. But the thing is, having them in your life and dealing with those ups and downs constantly has been making you like a little bit crazy. So at this point, you are just getting over that. You're taking the first steps in order to get away from them. You've absolutely made up your mind. You're not wavering. You're not going back. As much as you want them back in your life. You are not going back, okay? So this is so tough for you, and then you're wallowing a little bit in self-pity. So don't do that. Remember, you have this wonderful lucky card coming up where everything is going to suddenly shift for the better, and it's going to get bright and sunny, and you're going to walk into better situations. You're going to meet up with better, more appropriate people for you. Now, if you are coupled now, and you've been going through a long situation where you are in the process of divorcing, this may be the month where everything actually gets signed and everything. So there is some sort of turnaround. This is something that you know is happening. This is not coming as a surprise, okay? So this is for the people who are dealing with that person who keeps coming into their life and then going away, and coming into their life and then going away, and making them feel desolate and lonely and having to start over again. So this is for those people. If you are in a happy relationship, then this reading is not for you, okay? So just know that there's a turn around sometime around the end of the month. The energies will turn, and you will be feeling a lighter, more optimistic, and like you finally are okay with letting this go. Because these two cards here are saying you wish you didn't have to do it, but you are going to do it. You're definitely going to do it. You are going to do it swiftly. Okay, Scorpio, so I wish you the best this month while you're dealing with these challenging energies. I hope everything goes well for you. I hope you enjoyed this little reading. Thank you so much for being here, for liking, subscribing, and commenting on my videos. Remember, if you like my videos, tell 2 friends so that if they need to hear these messages, they will know how to find me. And that's it. We will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here, Scorpio. See you next time. Bye.